Behind him, I mean, like, obviously you got the furnace and like all of his tools and stuff, but also on the wall, like the far wall up against the next tent, is like, I mean, great swords and rapiers and scimitars, daggers of all kinds, even ones with little like pen hooks in the bottom where you could like put fluid in, like to poison it or stuff. Like this guy can make, he's got fine tipped arrows. I mean, like he's got the smallest little details, all like, he's got some Damascus stuff. He's got some like hard cold forged blades. He's got other ones that have little like jewel sockets for like if you have a family jewel or crest that you wanted to put in there, he could do that for you. Very, very complicated. You could tell he's and there's only one guy in here from what you could tell, so it's a pretty impressive place.
Does he have anything looks like ninja related?
Stars.
Yeah, he's got some throwing stars, but it actually says it's in the for kids section. Yeah, and the edges are not sharp at all. They're just like dull. But they look very cool.
They look.
I would just take off something if you threw it.
They might be kind of intimidating.
Definitely like eyes it for a really long time.
Thinks about it. He's over there just like singing a little tune, like sharpening this blade and stuff.
Sweating. He's fucking throwing stuff.
Alright. I think I'll be alright.
Okay. You guys exit the tent.
Yeah.
Alright, you walk out. If you look back sort of towards the direction you walk, you notice on the left is a big like hewn wooden sign that says TGI Lunas.
Wow.
Interesting.
Here.
Interesting how that works, yeah.
Where were we? I knew it was there.
Where what?
Well known.
Everyone's in this market, and they just walk.
Yeah, right.
Hugh was setting up to cook a meal, basically, and then these two wanted to go to a blacksmith tent, and he went to like a guy selling
Really?
tomatoes.
They got the best Coke.
The God's Quarter ones?
The Coke is a TGI Lunas over there. It's great.
Perfect syrup ratio.
Steel thing. Everywhere else gets a plastic bag.
I'd like to pickpocket.
Uh-oh.
I'd like just walk around. Only easy targets. I'm not really desperate.
There's plenty of those.
Either, a little apple off the fruit stand, a little purse laying down. I'd like to
Okay.
just see what little thing. I'm not going crazy. Seeing what things I can get.
You notice at one of the stands, kind of looking at like some like cured meats. There's like a family of halflings there.
24 ounce sleight of hand.
And you got a 24 sleight of hand. Okay, we'll work on that in a second. There's a little family of halflings there, and it's like two little kids, like toddlers, and then like a mom and a dad, and the dad's like, "Oh, look, kids, like we're gonna try this crazy jerky from the capital," and the kids are like, "Yeah, I want to try that one," and they're just like not paying attention. You just fucking like reach straight into this guy's pocket, and you pull out his coin purse and roll it just like a d20.
11?
Okay, there is there's 50 gold in here. 50 silver in here. How much do you take?
35.
You leave him with 15 and put it back in his pocket. And just as you're walking away, you hear the jerky vendor go, "That'll be 16 silver."
I roll my eyes and just chuck a silver at the back of his head.
Oh, would you look here? He's like, "It's my lucky day." And he puts the silver in his pocket and you keep walking.
Amazing.
Okay, so now you have 34 silver.
We're getting plenty of.
I think Hugh's like.
Hugh's setting up camp still, right?
I think Hugh first is like doing a lot of bartering and trading with like his like little like plants and stuff and things like this harvested.
Yeah.
So it's just like very quick. Like here's this. I'll take this. Boom, 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 boom.
Like item for item.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's like got that like kind of thing like down pat. Like
Sure.
I'll give you 4 lemongrass for like this much. Like.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say just like any cooking like implements, ingredients that you would need, you could probably find just with trading the things that you have on you. And then Milo's got you a couple tomatoes and potatoes.
2 potatoes, 3 tomatoes. Here you go.
And
Bring back some spice.
okay.
Generic
Spice.
Jerry brings back some spice, and then these guys coming back from the blacksmith's tent see you guys cooking, and also notice the TGI Lunas. They're on the left with a sign on the door that says "Kids Eat Free."
Can we just send the kids in?
I'm gonna dish out 10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver. 5. 5 for that.
Jerry doesn't need it.
Okay, no, thank you so much
What do you
for.
mean you don't need it?
I said thank you.
We all got our freaking gold stolen from us.
Yeah, we did.
How'd you do this? This is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I sold some hand axes with the help of T. Ramble at the like blacksmith, and apparently the alloy that they were made of was like incredibly valuable. So I'm probably gonna keep a few silver for the farmers
It's amazing.
that gave it to me because.
Now, you better still have my fucking dagger. That shit was
Hey,
expensive too.
Well,
I
that
don't
was
know about your dagger, but the one that I found wasn't like worth this. So
The one that you found, the one with my initials on it. What the fuck did you do to my dagger? My brother gave me this on my department. Fuck!
He said it wasn't even a toy, so.
What do you mean? Of course it's not a toy. It's a fucking dagger. You stab people with it, just like this one. I might have the mind to. What the fuck?
It just rotates. It's like undoing a sardine can. That's what I'm like.
How the fuck did this happen?
Is it a water weapon?
Deteriorate in the
Can I like
in the
use,
salt water,
like,
or
like
like?
the handle of like one of my other like axes that I have on me and like fucking like
Straighten
roll it
it.
out because it's soft enough metal that I
Yeah,
can roll it
you
out.
could it's never gonna be the same, but you
No,
can
yeah,
definitely do
like,
that.
straighten it
Yeah.
out.
It's got some kinks in it.
Bubbles.
Yeah. You notice when you do that, there's a little inscription on the underside of the hilt of one of the blades. And it says, haha, nerd.
My brother specifically gave this to me on my departing, and like,
Okay, take the butt of my hammer and go. Try like flat.
Hey, what's going on over here?
it must have been something with the salt, like something with the alloy. Thank you. And I don't even know.
Did you see the inscription?
Always learn how to
I immediately just pocketed it. I have to document this for when I go back home for the blacksmith there. And I just start scribbling in my notebook.
Okay, something else you guys notice. Well, unless you have plans to eat right now or something like that.
Yeah, Hieu found like a little corner where he's like starting up the fire and he's got his block out. He's
It's frying something up.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I was probably just gonna sit down cross-legged with
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there
I'll
too.
just sit right next to you, just sit cross-legged.
Is there meat in there? You got chicken. You got.
it tastes like chicken.
You're not hungry. I take whatever you give
You
me.
have any dietary restrictions?
No, I eat whatever you give me.
Well,
I-
I'll do this.
You ever had bird? We had bird up in monastery. It's very good.
Yeah, it's
Bird. Just general bird.
Just bird. I do.
Anyone.
Yeah, now you know they fly with the wings and they're up there. You just catch.
I think
It was actually a air cockroach.
No.
he's gonna very subtly cast purify food and drink.
Okay.
It's kind of like a, and you see like the flame kind of.
Is that because even he's concerned?
He's not concerned, but he knows that like you know when a vegetarian eats like meat for the first time and it like makes them sick.
Yeah.
Things like that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So he starts cooking and he's just like whispering a prayer under his breath. He's like, well, I mean, since we're all together, so we can figure out what's going on. My name's Hieu.
Just took my hand out. Earl Magland. I appreciate your cooking. Where did you learn to cook like this?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a long story. You learn to survive, you know, whenever you're out in the wilderness and stuff, and when you're part of a 25-year-long war, you learn how to eat what you can.
You were part of this past war that they're celebrating the end of.
The end of... Sure. Yeah, I guess so.
Was the war not ended for me?
No, it's not any for me. I don't think it'll be. I'm looking for someone important that I lost in the war. Not lost. He's just missing.
Sounds like you lost me.
And you are?
As he's cooking for you.
Into your apple.
Nice to meet you.
Trample. It's fine.
What were you doing on that boat?
We're just gonna bring this up.
What were you doing on that boat? You fucking were trying to like hide us down for money. You took his dagger, I presume, although he has it back now.
Ruined it.
What the fuck were you doing on there in the first place?
I don't remember doing that part.
That's fine. You don't have to remember that part. Do you remember ever being in the boiler room or anything like that on the ship?
I was on the boat, but
Ooh.
I didn't go in the boiler room.
Where did you go before we showed up on the boat?
I think I was just hassling people.
Did you see anybody else on the boat that would be going up in there to be doing stuff like that? Inside check.
So non-committal.
I know, it's like everything's like a fucking 15.
Doesn't seem like he.
Seems very like
Yeah. He was probably spacing out at that point.
You do a lot of spacing out.
He has a beer that like suddenly just produces like. Yeah. No, I was just looking for a little extra money, you know. Everywhere you look, there's some. So.
What's that supposed to mean? You're taking money from people. Well, then how are you getting this money that you're looking around? I don't see any on the ground around this point.
It just shows up sometimes. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of taking advantage of people that can't help themselves.
I didn't say that.
You didn't really have to, did you?
Oh, well, what about you? Well, come on, man. Let's not argue over food. You're gonna make it taste bad.
I'm not arguing with them, I'm just saying. Certain people's lifestyles.
I don't really feel like talking about this. Looking up at the clouds.
What a drag.
What a drag.
It's amazing. I love that.
Okay, so you guys are sharing a odd-looking yet delicious meal prepared by Hieu.
Smells nice and good. I can't wait to eat.
Eating, like Earl, like keeps his like only lifts the visor up slightly, and like puts like food up into the visor, and then like looks back up and has it like down, and only like slightly to get food into his mouth.
While you're mid-bite, you said your name's Earl. I'm King, but Earl, Jerry. Sometimes when you look at me, I'm scared. And I want to learn how to do that. Can you?
It's a good look.
Like,
You talk too much, and I think that you see how you're kind of swaying like that when you stand.
Shoulders forward.
Gets your feet
what I'm saying is, like, when I look at you, I see daggers, but when I look at other people, they see these daggers. And like,
Yeah.
I just like to learn it.
It's a practice thing.
Earl's like,
Just gotta get daggers.
I give daggers when I look at you. I don't mean to.
I don't see your eyes, but I wish I never saw them at the same time.
Well, I apologize for making you feel uncomfortable in any sort of way. I suppose I can be imposing. I suppose I can be imposing, but I don't mean to.
I did.
I have no intentions of hurting you.
Apology accepted.
I did.
It's good.
Okay. Sure.
Well, hold on.
See Rample just staring
What's your
at you.
story?
Don't look at me.
I don't have a story.
Oh, so you just go around?
Yeah, I did just go around.
You don't have a story?
Yeah.
I think there's probably a story on how you came across that briefcase.
Can I have a name at least? What's your name?
Geraldine. Geraldine? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, my name's Geraldine. You can call me Jared. Out there.
Or Carrie.
I found the briefcase in the water.
I mean, I don't even need to make a side check to fucking know.
Things just show up.
They just show, you know what?
Christ.
Sometimes things just
There's a
show up.
difference between a couple silver showing up in your pocket and a federal crime showing up in your orphanage.
I didn't know about federal crime.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that.
I mean, he's like the ambassador to the Duke of Steel said.
We don't.
And was
We
like,
I didn't know that.
We don't know that that's his briefcase.
Yeah, it was in the water. Who's to say? I was trying to float.
Earl, just
Do you see
surrounded by.
that was on the. Sometimes I guess stuff just does appear.
you're saying
Mario's
this guy
newer.
did it.
Hello, I am
He would say
I
so.
am
I
from
imagine. They're fucking
mountains.
idiots, a lot of them.
no man's
I'd
markers.
have to agree with you. I think
Yes, you
a lot of religions in this world steal people wrong, so.
You could offer them in a road and
I
just
see
get
it.
around.
That's nice to meet you. Your food smells good.
Funny, the rope killed him. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, wait.
I can't. I don't know these people.
How much time
But you know,
has
you never
passed?
know nobody.
Jerry is pretty anxious.
Say about 2 hours. It's getting the sun's getting low in the sky, but not setted yet.
We all heard the ambassador yell, "Get this to the king!" Right?
That's what he said.
Yeah, what the fuck did that mean?
He had the briefcase, right?
Yeah, he did have the briefcase, and
Now
instead
we
of
have-
delivering it to the king, we got
Now
it
we
to
have
fucking
the
orphan.
briefcase.
What do you know about that briefcase?
I don't know.
You have it in
anything.
your possession. You
Should
gave
we-
it over to those children, and it's
Thanks for giving me some too.
Do we go back to get to King?
I don't know how the fuck we're
Let's-
supposed to even get a meeting with the king.
Let's see what's in. There's no need to be giving things to higher ups.
The situation.
Let's see what's inside of it, and
You know, we can
Go from there.
give to the King to beat off our backs. You know how it goes.
I agree. I agree.
It's not so hot, and
It sounds like it's-
your back is cold again. It's raining.
figure
Well,
out
not me.
Situation once we figure out what's in the box.
everybody settle down.
I mean, what if it's something that shouldn't be in their hands?
Oh,
Also,
now we're talking.
So it should be in
getting
our
kind
hands.
of loud in this.
Why do we need? Can I use?
We could, Miles, like.
I'd say probably not.
I don't think so. I don't know why
I'd say
we.
you probably would not.
Why do we need? Do we need money? No, we just got
It's like,
all this food for
like,
exes. So just we do good things, you know.
Dave,
You don't know what's in that briefcase, though.
Oh, Dave,
I
Dave
do-
is still
I
here.
do
My
not
friend
know what's in the
Dave.
briefcase, and I will find out.
Dave chimes in. He goes, "Well, like, you guys saw how well crafted the briefcase itself is. Like, whoever said that to get it to the king, he's probably referring to what's in the briefcase, not the briefcase itself. So, you know, like, we could still make a little money selling just the case, right?
All right, Dave. All right.
All right.
Do some trade.
Okay, you know, like,
you can have the case.
hey, potatoes and I could buy a lot of potatoes
Ooh, good
by selling
point.
that briefcase.
Potatoes here.
many little potatoes for you, buddy.
I set the bowl down. I say, Dave, what do you think a vendor's gonna say whenever 13-year-old you goes to sell them dragon leather with gold embossing?
You think they're gonna say shit?
Probably
They're gonna say a lot of shit.
They're not gonna say shit.
I think they're gonna say, I take this. Thank you so much, little boy.
You've never
this is
grown
fucking
up on the
contraband.
streets. You've never grown up on the streets.
I've done a lot of time on the streets.
Oh, okay, you never sold something?
I don't. I barter with what I have.
He didn't even do that.
So I'm not very good at it.
So
You know the right people to buy. They'll buy anything.
while you guys are
This capitalist.
having this conversation and at the same time discovering the social stratification of this capital city, you notice the closest like vendor to you is in one of these like tents like this, and it's this beautiful like maroon crushed velvet tent, you know, and
Crushed velvet and out in these elements.
yeah, it's nice. It looks nice, held back with like some golden ropes, and it's real like kind of ominous and dark in there. It's like purple trimmed on the inside like that, and there is this like 4 foot tall, short, 100-plus-year-old woman with a stark white afro, looking straight at you guys. And her eyes are just milky white. You could tell she's just totally blind. And she's looking right at you. And she's just like,
weird.
Hello.
hello,
Hello. Oh yeah. Oh.
are you talking to me?
And then he's like, oh yes, you.
She looks like kind of your way, but it's just not.
We've dealt with blind people, so I'm like, okay. Oh yeah. Oh, she can see us. Okay. And I'm gonna walk up to her.
Hello. She reaches out for your hand. Ooh.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
Young Dragonborn.
Yes. You want to?
Young.
How should I start my tail?
She grabs the tail. She counts the ridges. 15.
Oh, God, she is fucking wizard lady. Look, yay! She's very fascinated by her like fucking ability to just gas off of physiology and fucking the body.
What is
biology.
she selling?
She just in her tent is just a skinny table with a crystal ball on it.
Does the crystal ball have
Finch.
eyeballs in it?
No, it's just a crystal
Thank you so
ball.
much. I appreciate that.
She goes, well, come on.
would've never-
And she walks into her tent.
I'll follow.
She knows you will.
Yeah.
She walks into her tent and she goes up to the ball. And I wish I had his green ball that's upstairs. And she's just like, put your hands on the ball, please. She's real weird about it. She's like, oh, you want to know what I see for you, boy? Well, I don't see much. Because I'm blind.
Funny.
No, I'll tell you for real. I'll put your hands back on.